Just to mention that if you find that the dishwasher is leaking, it could be, or if you run out of salt quite a lot, you might get limescale in these and they might start leaking here. So you just take the side panel off. Should be able to get to this. You undo that clip. Make sure you've got plenty of cloths underneath, and you unscrew the big disc on the inside of the machine, the opposite side to that. It takes a bit of, you might need a pair of pliers, go very carefully unscrew that. Then you lift this whole thing up, come up to unclip that there, and then you'll have to clean these little black grommets, maybe turn them around or replace them. Then that should make your dishwasher last a bit longer. So Bosch dishwasher leak. So you need to take the lid off first. You need to push some tabs that's up in there and here. I ended up breaking them off for some reason. You lift up this way, so it's that tab, and they locate into that oval there and the other on the other side. Apologies for the rough video, but up, and they locate here and here into some tongues. So you lift that up and out and it comes away, and then you've got some screws down the side here. This one's a long one for some reason, this one's a short one. Undo those, undo this one at the back, and it locates into like a clip down here. Same the other side, but you don't need to do that one, but you could do just to inspect the floor of the unit. You can't see through from this side. Right, so we're leaking here already, so that needs to be pushed down a bit more. The one where I had the problem is looking better. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that off. Oh no, I am still getting a leak there, so oh dear. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be doing it with a pair of pliers, but get them nice and wide and then just give that a turn. Don't go too rough, you'll end up breaking these spokes. So take these out very carefully, not to scratch the tubes. Just run them under some water and just gently get rid of the crud, and then just place them back in again. So I made a mistake. I had to take the one out of here and put it into this elbow bit. One of these holes seemed to be slightly bigger than the other one, so I just swapped the black seals round so they fitted. I'm just putting that back in, slides in there, and then give these a bit of a clean. Obviously using a soft cloth that can, I'm not doing this very well because I've got the camera in my hand, but yeah, obviously not using anything abrasive, so the seals have a good, giving this inlet hole a good clean. Ideally you should have done that first, because any rubbish that comes out of there will fall into these. I've done a bit back to front. So I'll fit this washer again. I've just given this a gentle rub. Try not to stretch it, because it can it might end up being too big, end up making it too slack. So hopefully that should be all right. So just gently put that on there. Again, I just went round with the cloth, with a soft cloth, just to make that, just to clean that as much as I possibly can, and then hopefully. So the good thing is I've not had to detach those two, which is your pump in and out, which then goes obviously outside, get pumped out. So I'm doing this one-handed again. Apologies for the filming, but basically that should just slide back in there just by gently pushing down. So I'll have to turn off. I'm not quite sure that's actually perfectly in, but I've just had to wheedle that up a little bit and just nudge them down. It may be needed to put the rubber grommets on first, the black seals onto the tubes first, and then allow it all to go in, but I'll play around with that in a minute. Like I say, I'm no expert, I'm just working it out for myself. This has to line up really well. Then I'm going to give this a bit of a clean and screw it back on. You know, I'm not sure I'm supposed to be doing it with a pair of pliers, but get them nice and wide, and then just give that a turn. Don't go too rough, you'll end up breaking these spokes. So yeah, I've just did it as hand tight as I possibly could, and then yeah, just give it a last nudge with those. But yeah, I have actually broken those fins off. Here it was glued, so I might just stick some hot melt behind there, or you probably might not need anything, but now's the time to test it. Seems to be better, but I don't know why water seems to come out here, so looks like I might just get some new seals and just redo them all, replace them all. But it's not leaking as much as it did yesterday. I would always imagine this would end up filling up much quicker, and obviously it just trickles into the machine rather than a blast. So I just kept swapping these around just to see which worked best in the different positions. I did give them a bit of a stretch, the two that were leaking, just give them a bit of a pull and a twist, just to maybe stretch them, flex them a bit more. And I did put them into the reservoirs first, and then position just push the Labyrinth in. So just a couple of things to check: make sure this is right the way up and clipped, and you know it's pushed right down as much as you possibly can so they locate. And obviously check for leaking from here. But I might get some spares of these anyway, just to replace them while I've got it all apart, but at least it's now usable. So this would solve, so I think what happened, we may have run out of salt a few times, and then it's got all furred up, lime scale, so just cleaning those and maybe replacing may be enough. Okay, when you're putting the side panels on, you need to locate these 3 holes on this particular model with these tabs that sits underneath there. It also clips in this tiny little groove there as well.